Welcome back to Extra Holiday Games. I'm Extra Holiday. I missed the stopwatch first try. Alright, here we go. The start button on the stopwatch is what I mean. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on it. We are hopping and dreaming. What? Alright. What? Just gonna... too soon. Too soon. It's fine. We are recording on a bit of an odd day today. I did that with both recording sessions this week because I goofed on my normal recording days, so in both cases. So, you know what? This is fine. And hey, you know what? I'm kind of learning here that I kind of prefer not to stream on the same day as I record, because you know that's pulling from basically the same well of energy, and it seems like that when I record and stream on the same day, my streams, because I do them after I record, just seem to be significantly lower energy. So I'm kind of thinking, well, I don't really have a lot of options on when to record and when to stream right now. But in the future, you know, it's a note. When I have a little bit more freedom as to when I want to record, when I want to stream, I'll probably split things up, is what I'm saying. So I'm not recording on the same day I'm streaming and not streaming on the same day I'm recording, and yeah, I think you get the point. Yeah. Overall, it should lead to better streams at least, and probably recordings as well, because I won't be going into recordings thinking like, okay, so I got to do this and then I have to stream, and it's a bit of a more tiring thought. Not that I don't enjoy either of these things. In fact, I enjoy both. But man, so there's been one or two streams now, if I just to keep on the subject of streaming, which I haven't really talked about aside from just the fact that I'm doing it. I've had one or two streams where I've actually had people watching, and if you were watching then and you're watching now, thank you. That's very cool of you, and I hope that you enjoyed watching. But that made it like 100 times better for me. The whole streaming thing. And that's the other reason I'm thanking those people, is because, yeah, I mean, I'm fine streaming to nobody. It's basically just like I'm recording for this show. But like when there's someone to interact with in my chat, that's pretty cool. You know, that gives me so much more to work with, you know. Instead of just my brain going and having to come up with stuff, I can bounce off what they're saying. And that's pretty cool. I do enjoy that. I just hope it happens more in the future, you know, because that is the most fun I've had streaming so far, is when I actually had people in chat talking, and that was very cool. So yeah, I have actually been having fun streaming. So hey, yeah, if you're watching this and you want to check out my streams, I have a video on this channel that tells you my schedule. You can, and yeah, I've said it a million times. It's not exactly the most convenient time frame for people in my time zone, but most other time zones, you know, if you're on like the East Coast of America, it's still pretty early. Like my streams end at 10 a.m. Eastern. But if you're in like Europe, you know, it's a relatively convenient time. I think it's like stream starts at like 11 a.m. So if you're not working, I guess. on the Thursdays. Or you know what, there are plenty of people who work Saturday or Sundays as well. Also, I stream on Mondays too, so. But if you're not working, then you can at least, then you can tune in for that, and that's probably not the most inconvenient thing. As far as time goes, and then if you're like in Japan or something, Australia, Japan, around that area of the world, then it starts around, my stream starts in like the evening, my afternoon, evening time frame, which is perfect for you, but more or less. I mean, depending on, again, work and stuff. People work all sorts of different schedules. I would know. I used to work basically whenever they needed me. And now I work more consistently, in terms of schedule, but I also still work graveyard shifts, and which is why I stream as late as I do, late or early, depending on how you want to look at it. It's 3 a.m. my time. That's when I start. So yeah. Yeah, it really just depends, and as far as whether I'll keep this time frame, probably not in the future. Well, I mean, I'll keep it as long as I'm working this job, which could be a long time. I worked my last job for 4 years, so. But, the overall goal is to eventually be able to do this as a job, this and streaming. So if I get to that point, then I will probably shift my schedule a little bit earlier. So that it's like still, it's still super late for people on the west coast of the US where I'm at, but not as bad, like maybe they could catch it. Also, I'd be streaming more days because I mean, I might as well. It's something I like to do, and if I'm making money on it at that point, then might as well. So yeah, more days and slightly more convenient time. But I guess that would mean for. Well, hold on. If I say I started like at midnight on some nights, midnight Pacific time, then that would be 3 Eastern, which isn't super convenient. But again, if you're... Well, maybe I should shift it later. But then I'd have to switch my sleep schedule up quite a bit. I don't know. I don't know how I'll shift it, but I just know that I'm not totally satisfied with the time that I'm streaming currently. So, yeah, it will probably change in the future. But who knows? Maybe I'll get maybe I'll build up quite the audience of people from the Eastern Hemisphere. But, and then I'll have to like shift it the other way, the opposite way, so that it's better for them. Maybe, I don't know. But honestly, I don't think, again, if you're like in Japan or Australia, I don't think there really would be a better time. Because I think they're like 16 hours ahead, right? So if I start, yeah, that'd be like 7 p.m. my current start time. So that's, most people are home, I would say. If you're working a standard 9 to 5, you're home and you've probably eaten dinner, or maybe you're getting ready to eat dinner and stuff, Yeah, that's about the perfect time. And I could to do that for people in my area, or at the very least people on the East Coast, I would have to shift my sleep schedule. I need to not jump there. You just can't jump or you die. I just get scared. Yeah, I'd have to shift my sleep schedule, which is gonna happen anyway, once I'm no longer working my current job, because as much as I do prefer being up at night, I don't like going to sleep when it's light out. So, which is why, my first instinct would be to shift my schedule earlier and not later, because then I could go to bed when it's still dark. Now, if I could be going to bed like 6 in the morning, which is, by the way, about how I was doing it when I had my last job. If I went to bed about like 6 a.m., that'd be great. Why did it go there? Okay. Yeah, can't do that. Yeah. Got some other stuff I'm waiting on for this channel specifically, and stream. It will apply to stream as well. But I'm kind of just waiting to see what happens before I can say anything, really. It's not even, because it's not up to me whether. Well, I mean, it is kind of up to me, but the exact time frame is not totally up to me. So I guess I could start on it now, but then it would get kind of awkward if things went a certain way, and I'm intentionally being very vague about this. But because I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, especially mine. Because it's probably not going to happen, but well, one part of the thing that I'm talking about probably isn't going to happen. But it might. It might. And if it does, it'd be very cool. It would basically give me everything I want. As far as, career goes. I've said too much already. Well, I guess I did say it has to do with this channel and streams, and I was trying to make that my career, so I guess you could have extrapolated. But yeah. And you know what? It would be pretty fun too. Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of half the mission of doing what I'm doing, is I want to have fun making a living. And I want to make stuff for people, because that is something that I've always enjoyed. Wait. Okay, I keep going too late on that. I need to go earlier. 'Tis unfortunate. Alright. Okay. Getting back on the subject of streams, I feel like I need to talk to someone about the internet. Because if you've watched my streams, particularly if you've watched the Twitch VODs as opposed to the YouTube VODs, or you were there live, which again, thank you if you were, or you know what, also thank you if you were watching the VOD. But point is, if you watch the Twitch VOD or live on Twitch, you may have noticed that almost every stream there's at least one time where my internet cuts out, and I just kind of have to deal with that for a bit. So that's definitely something to work on as far as the stream goes. I feel like, I mean, there's at least one solution in my head. Because one thing that's definitely not ideal about my streams currently is that I am streaming on Wi-Fi, and that is generally not a good idea, because Wi-Fi is generally not as reliable as far as internet goes as, a wired connection is. And there is potentially a way I could fix that, but it's certainly not an elegant solution. Yeah, But the root of the issue is that the whole reason I started with streaming on Wi-Fi and not streaming wired is because the area I stream in, the area of the place I'm living that I stream in, is a long way away from the modem, where I would plug in a wired connection. As far as I know it, this place does not have Ethernet connections in the walls, so it's just something I gotta deal with for now. But again, I have a possible solution. But it's still not a great one. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure it would work. Basically, what I'm talking about is running a 50-foot Ethernet cord across the entire house whenever I want to stream. And it's a little clunky of a solution. So I'm kind of trying to avoid it. But there's also a chance that it would work, because, it's not like I intentionally stream when the other people who live here, I guess I've already said it before, when my aunt and uncle aren't up and about. So, wouldn't have to worry about them tripping over the cord or anything. But again, I'm not sure if 50 feet is actually long enough. Frick. A little too much stuff up there. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. Yoink. Sideline there, and then there, and there. Yeah, that's the easy way to do that. Alright. Okay, survive. Oh god. Okay. So there's a lot to that. And maybe we'll get through it next time. But, as for this episode, that's a wrap. That's right, we're playing a Mario level.